The air in the crypto world is electric. There's a deep, rumbling anticipation, and it's all centered around one question. Is Pi Network finally about to land on Binance? That possibility is now louder than ever. And it's not just wishful thinking, it's being driven by real data. Over 13 million wallets, yes, 13 million Pi Network wallets, have officially completed the migration process after users passed their KYC verifications. That's not just a number. That's 13 million real people stepping forward, planting their flags, and saying, "We believe in this project." With Pi's unstoppable growth, increasing real-world use, and a development ecosystem that refuses to slow down, it feels like we're getting closer to something big, something historic. And if you've ever held even a fraction of Pi coin in your wallet, you've probably wondered, is this it? Is this the moment we've all been waiting for? Let's be honest. For years now, many have watched Pi from the sidelines, calling it vaporware, doubting its future. But that doubt is being silenced by action. Real users, real businesses, and now, perhaps a real listing on one of the world's largest exchanges. What does all of this mean for the future? What does it mean for you, as a believer, as a pioneer? Stick with me, because we're about to unravel what's behind those 13 million migrations, what smart money sees in Pi, and why this could be a pivotal moment for every Pi holder worldwide. Plus, I've got a few surprises to share about Pi's real-world adoption that you might never have imagined. But before we go deeper, I want to take a second to honor the beating heart of this movement, you. From Nigeria to Vietnam, from Canada to Papua New Guinea, from the busy streets of India to the mountains of Latin America, the pioneer community is alive, powerful, and beautifully diverse. It's because of you that Pi Network has grown into something that can no longer be ignored. So, wherever you're watching from today, know this. You're part of something far bigger than just another coin. You're part of a revolution. Now, let's get into the numbers that are sending shockwaves across the crypto space. Over 13 million users have moved their coins into Mainnet wallets. But what's important isn't just the volume, it's the quality. These aren't bots. These aren't fake accounts. These are verified people who've completed identity checks, proving they are who they say they are. That's over 13 million humans, a population size comparable to Belgium or Greece, holding Pi and believing in its future. But the story doesn't end there. In fact, it gets even more astonishing. Over 18 million users in total have now completed KYC. That means millions more are actively preparing to migrate. This matters deeply, because for an exchange like Binance to even consider listing a token, the project has to show real compliance and massive user validation. And Pi Network is checking all the right boxes, one by one. While the media and the skeptics continue to chase price pumps, Pi Network has been quietly and powerfully laying foundations in the real world. Let this sink in. Over 27,000 businesses across Africa, Latin America, and Asia now accept Pi as a method of payment. That's right, people are using Pi to buy groceries, enjoy a coffee, pay for services, and more. In many parts of the world, Pi is no longer just a concept. It's becoming currency. It's becoming real. And here's another breakthrough. Pi Network has rolled out a PiCoin feature directly inside its wallet. This means anyone, even those new to crypto, can now get their hands on Pi using traditional money. No complex exchanges, no jumping through hoops. Just access, simplicity, growth. This kind of usability is exactly what top-tier exchanges look for. Let's talk about the tech side. Pi Network now runs on a jaw-dropping 400,000 active nodes. For comparison, Bitcoin has about 15,000. Ethereum? Around 7,000. Pi's infrastructure is massive. It's decentralized. And it's secure. And with the launch of the Pi App Studio, an AI-powered platform, developers now have a place to build real applications and tools for Pi users. These aren't just fancy features. They're the bricks being laid to build a true digital economy. And this isn't future talk. The Pi team promised a major update in February 2025. And they delivered. On time. Fully functional. That level of commitment? That's rare. And it tells us they're not playing games. They're building a legacy. So what about Binance? Right now, Pi is trading around 44 cents and is already listed on a dozen exchanges: Gate.io, OKX, BitGet, and MEXC Global, to name a few. Some recent days have seen Pi's trading volume hit over $50 million in just 24 hours. And get this, Pi's market cap ranking has already reached number 35 globally without Binance. That's almost unheard of. So what's stopping Binance? Well, nothing official has been announced, but all the signs are aligning. The user base is huge. The project is compliant. The real-world adoption is impressive. These are the factors Binance cares about. But to be clear, challenges remain. The network still operates in an enclosed environment, and not all transfers between exchanges are seamless yet. But these are temporary hurdles, and the team is already working on solutions. Now let's shift gears. Recently, Pi Network launched new features: App Studio, staking options, and new exchange listings. And yet the price dropped 8%. Sounds strange, right? Shouldn't good news drive prices up? Here's the thing most people miss. This is classic behavior from whales, the big money investors. While everyday users get excited and start buying, whales do the opposite. They sell into the hype. It's a strategy called sell the news, and it's been used for decades. Back in 2017, Ethereum went through the same thing. Big updates were followed by price drops. People panicked. Headlines declared failure. But fast forward, and those who understood the long game came out on top, way on top. We're seeing the same pattern with Pi. So don't get discouraged by short-term drops. The whales aren't looking at today's price. They're looking 6 months, a year, even 2 years ahead. They see the ecosystem, the adoption, the infrastructure. They see a future that the impatient can't. And here's why that matters. Every new feature, every app built in Pi App Studio, every time someone pays 1 Pi as a transaction fee, it strengthens the network. It adds value. It builds real momentum. Not the hype-driven kind, but the lasting kind. So if you're wondering what all of this means for you, here it is. Pi Network is evolving. It's no longer just a dream. It's becoming a movement backed by people, tech, and purpose. The foundations are solid. The community is massive. The vision is clear. The road ahead may have bumps. But make no mistake, this is a journey worth taking. And you, pioneer, are part of something extraordinary. Let me know if you'd like a YouTube title, description, or thumbnail to go with this.